Hi everyone, Sabrina here with a graphic novel reaction follow-up. I don't know, these aren't reviews because that's not kind of what I do. I just respond. So this is Harleen by Stefan Sejic. Details in the description box down below because you know my pronunciation is absolutely rubbish. This is, as you can see, this is actually, it's not I Have a Small Head. This is actually quite a big graphic novel. This is an oversized graphic novel. Again, I've brought this from my comic book shop on the recommendation of Wonder Woman. Yes, that woman has a lot to answer for, according to my bank account. But it was basically, if you wanted to read a good, more mature graphic novel about Harley Quinn, this was like one of the go-tos. So I have managed to get my hands on it. It wasn't as cheap as it could have been, but it is a full size. Like I say, it's not even full, it's oversized and it's full color. That's where your money is going to. This wasn't a cheap book to produce in the first place, and the artwork is stunning. So this is under the slip jacket. I mean, just beautiful. As you see, that is underneath the front cover. So, I mean, it all ties together. It's beautiful. Inside, obviously, the motifs. And I just love it. The artwork is amazing. The panel layout, the colours in here are just... It follows what we know from the animated Batman series, so that's kind of like a reference point. It's also from what we know from other canon storylines of her development, coming in as a psychiatrist to Arkham Asylum, Joker is her patient, and the fact that she ends up kind of manipulated by him in order to completely break her down and becomes Harley Quinn that we know. And this is told from the perspective of a slightly older Harleen who is looking back on that time of her life and all the steps that she knows she shouldn't have taken and she did anyway because she believed so hard that this man, Mr. J, I mean, it even gives you where she gets that from. Look at this. This is the confusion of her mind and her dreams. What am I doing? He's a patient. He's a psychopath. You know, he can't possibly love me, but I feel like I'm getting through to him. It's beautiful, and it follows from her coming in and making that decision to be the psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum to the escape where Joker gets out of Arkham Asylum. Harley that we know from the animated show, which I'm sorry, I adore that TV show so much. And it's also intertwined with the story of Harvey Dent and how he becomes Two-Face and how that has an intricate link to Harleen's own storyline and how events make her choices that she might not have made quite so soon. And I'm sorry, I can't praise this enough. Harleen is, like I say, it is part of the adult side of graphic novels because there is blood, there is gore, there is definitely sexual imagery in here. I don't think there's actual sex in it, but there's definitely implied in here. And it's so well done because we're coming from her mind. This is her voice telling her story, so we understand instantly who she is, why she does what she does, you know, her strengths, her weaknesses, her passions. She genuinely believes as a psychiatrist she can heal and stop this repeated cycle of these people coming out of Arkham, reoffending, going back into Arkham, coming out being bad, even worse and even worse. She's determined to break that cycle. She wants to do it. She believes in it. And the fact that she meets the most awful person possible who sees her as a ticket to escape and yet decides to play with her emotionally and bring her down to his level, to take away everything she believes in herself as good and just rip it away. You know, he's the one who gives her the choice of becoming a murderer. She would never kill someone, and we all know the end of her story, she's killing people. And she would never have done that originally. That's not who Harleen was. It's who Mr. J has turned her into, this Harley Quinn, this person who's just so like messed up and confused and then trying to survive. She knows that she's now being used and she's a victim. And as beautiful as Harleen is drawn in here, she is never sexualized unless it's on her terms. So the writer and artist in here, he is amazing. He really uses art to further the storytelling, to tell us character development and thoughts. You know, that first panel I showed you where it's that moment and it's all those key points of Harleen flashing through her life behind that moment with her having a gun in her face. So we completely understand where she's coming from that's got her to that point. It's so clever, the visual storytelling in this. So if you can get your hands on a copy of Harleen, I would really recommend it, especially if you're a big fan of Harley Quinn or want to know more about her origins that doesn't come from like Suicide Squad or The Suicide Squad, that actually comes from the creator's original intention with this character. Because Harleen is not the blonde bimbo. She is a complex survivor of this horrific world. I mean, Gotham is not a good place. It really, I mean, the fact that people stay there and live there, I really don't get it, because it does something to people. I really love Harleen, if you haven't guessed. Like I say, it's not a review. It's me telling you to go out and read it, because I think it's just amazing. I really do. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. What's your favourite, you know, panel, scene, and other really good Harley Quinn comic books, please, because I've only got a couple, and Harley Quinn is like one of my favourite DC characters, but it's really hard to try and find her represented properly. She's often just as the sexy psycho, and it's like, actually she's more complicated than that, and they're the stories I want. So if you know of any good ones, please, that I would like, just let me know down below. That would be really, really good. As always, thank you very much for watching, and happy reading. Bye.